Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Jeff back here with Project Xylus. Finally moving on to part 9 of the wide body build. After what seems like a super long 3 weeks of time that it took me to re-sculpt this passenger side rear flare. Due to that mishap, we are finally at 100% on the sculpt here. I'll move out of the way so you guys can see that. I don't trip over myself. So looking pretty good there. Actually looking a little better than the other one, I think, to be honest. I don't know, maybe, maybe not. I was super happy with the first one, but I'm really happy with this one. And that is because I took a couple extra days, probably about an extra 15 hours or so, just fine-tuning. After I had the entire thing sculpted, I just went in and fine-tuned everything. If there was one line that was out of place, I went back and forth between the other side of the car and this side, and just kept on measuring and measuring and measuring until I had it exactly right, or as close there to it that I could. And it's looking good, man. It's looking really good. I'm not gonna say that I'm happy that that shit happened, but hey, like I said, I made lemonade out of lemons. So we are back to the point where we're ready to put the mold back on this sculpt here. And it's gonna be the exact same process as last time. I'm not gonna film any of that because you guys kind of already know what that entails. I'm of course not gonna use that mold release stuff that I tried last time. That totally screwed me over, so I'm gonna go back to the tried and true, the PVA and the wax. It's gonna get the job done perfectly. We'll pick right back up and move on to part 10 and 11 and 12 or whatever, where we can start refining this and move on to the front flares. I am so excited about that. I can't even tell you guys. I'm so hyped. But before I move on with the project, I just want to take a second and thank you guys so very much for your outpouring of support and advice that you've given me over the last few weeks and over the last couple of videos. It was a major setback for sure, but as I said, I'm not a professional at this. I'm probably somewhere right at the hobbyist level when it comes to molding and casting. I'm getting better all the time, but you know, I'm not a pro, so mistakes and little mishaps and stuff like this are bound to happen. And you guys have just been champions and given me so much support, and I just want to thank you guys so much for that. It really helps me a lot. Helps me from getting too discouraged and feeling like I want to quit and all that. I'm really happy to have you guys following me. It just makes me feel so great, and I'm happy to connect with a lot of you guys. It makes me happy. I definitely hope that nothing quite like that happens again, but I don't know. You know, I never know. This project still has a little ways to go. I would say we're not even quite at 50% of total project completion just yet. Once I have this one completely refined and put on the car like the other one is, then I'll say that we're at about 50% before we start getting started on the fronts. But hopefully nothing like that happens again. I've learned a lot already since I started the project, and I will undoubtedly learn a lot more as the project continues. I know that even if something does happen, you guys are gonna have my back, and that means the world to me. So thank you guys so very much. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this, get the mold going, and then we'll move on. We'll pick right up where we left off and keep on going. All right, so here we are the next day. I've got the mold already taken off the car. It went on super smooth and came off just as smoothly. So I'm very happy about that. It's in great condition, perfect condition in fact. When I went ahead and took the clay out of it, the clay came out almost in one entire piece, even out of the corners and everything. So I'm not even gonna have to do a cleaning cast in this thing. We are ready to just lay up our final cast into this mold, and I could not be more excited. Now this time we are of course not going to be using the same stuff that we used before. That stuff did not work at all. I'm going to be going back to the tried and true, that's the PVA and the wax, and we're going to pull a clean cast. Only one cast because that's all we're going to need. Pull the thing out, nix the mold, get to refining, and get the ball rolling on this project again. I am so excited, guys. Again, I am so sorry about the wait due to this setback, but we are moving forward with the project. Let's get going. All right, so with the PVA and the wax fully applied, we've got our first gel coat application set into the mold. At this point, it's looking real good. I got the perfect mix of gel coat. I mixed it up with a little bit of that silica powder, so it got to just about a peanut butter consistency. Really nice, so it stick to all the walls and all that really nicely. Didn't drip all over the place or get anywhere that I didn't want it to get, so it's a perfect application so far. I'm gonna do one more little application, probably in about a couple of hours after this sets up for a little bit. Probably do a little less silica powder because I wanted a little more runny just to fill in any little gaps that I might have missed with the first application. And then we'll go in with the fiberglass tomorrow after I let this set up overnight, and we'll do the 2 layers of fiberglass on the inside, pop the sucker out, and start the refinement. It's going awesome, guys. Thanks for staying tuned. All right, so about 24 hours later now, after having laid up 2 layers of 6-ounce fiberglass onto the back of the gel coat. I went ahead and let it cure. It takes about 4 hours or so for the resin to cure on the fiberglass. And came out here and popped this thing out. In about 10 minutes it came out. So good old PVA and wax, man, always does the trick. Now it's in pretty darn good shape. About 95% I would say. There's a couple of things that I need to fix. I will show you right now. So here is the flare, the cast. Definitely a successful cast. This is what I would qualify as a successful cast for sure. The major thing is that of course it came out in one piece and there's very little warping going on. Almost none whatsoever, especially compared to when I pulled this one out for the first time. Man, the difference is huge. Now there's a couple of little issues that I will need to address. Number one is this little area right here where I lost a little bit of this edge right here on the lip. Not going to be a big deal at all. Just a little body filler and then sanding that little line back in there is going to take right good care of that. I also lost just a little bit of piece of gel coat right here on the sidewall that I'll be able to body fill and take care of. Let's see what else. Not much else. Let me tell you, I'm having trouble even finding anything else to really point out because this thing is in such good condition. I'm very happy with it. Very happy. Little piece of gel coat right there I'm going to need to fill in. You can't even see it. And a tiny little bit of warping on this edge right here. That will be no problem to fix with some body filler. And then a couple of little areas right here that will need body filler and sanding, of course. Whole thing needs to be sanded down. This will be cut out. All the ring here will be all sanded out. But man, this is in awesome shape. Really good shape. You know, I mean, you can just tell by looking at it that it's a good cast. I'm very happy with it. Probably even better pulled than this one was when I first pulled this one out. So if that tells you anything, you know, I'll be able to get this thing into awesome condition. So I'm very happy here, guys. I can officially feel like the project is moving forward again. After that setback, you know, it was a major bummer. I felt like the whole project came to a screeching halt. And not only did I feel bad that all the time and the money that went into that kind of came crashing down, but I felt bad because, you know, a lot of you guys are waiting to see the build progress and stuff, and I didn't want to keep you guys waiting. Rest assured, the project is now moving forward. The ball is rolling again. I'm going to get to refining this thing ASAP tonight. I'm going to go ahead and take that little excess lip off and start doing my initial sanding and a little bit of body filling before I go to bed tonight, and we will be hitting it tomorrow really hard. I got the day off tomorrow. I'm going to be out here probably for most of the day, just getting the thing going, and hopefully I can get it test mounted onto the car by tomorrow, and you know, we will see. I don't know exactly how much refinement this thing is going to take. If it's anything like the first one, then it could take somewhere up to a few days, 3, 4, maybe even 5 days to get the thing in a condition where it's able to take primer. But we will see. I'm going to bust my ass on it and try and get this thing out for you guys quickly. But besides that, I want to try and get other videos up for you guys in between too. I kind of feel like the 1 video a week thing is just not enough. I know a lot of you guys said it's cool, you know, take your time on it, and I really do appreciate that. You guys have no idea how much I appreciate that leniency. But, you know, I've been thinking about a couple of other things to kind of throw in there in between, some videos, you know, maybe try and get 2 or 3 videos up a week. That's a little ambitious, but we will see, you know, because I want to get some other content out for you guys as well. I'm still 100% focused on this project right now, but you know, I want to build the channel a little bit more, so we will see. But anyway, we're in awesome shape, guys. Thank you so much for following this build. As always, I hope you're all doing well. I will get you guys another update as soon as possible in part 10, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.